Hello people of the internet, welcome. I am KICdude and today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different. So just off the cuff, I'm going to be saying this right out front. If you probably don't want to be watching this alone, probably should be watching it with somebody else. This is going to be more of a heavy topic than anything else, and just letting you know that because I don't want anybody be yelling at me or being mad at me. So just with that being said, you have been warned. Throughout the last few weeks, I've been looking for just something to talk about. I was thinking about talking about the YouTube ad situation, the stuff that's going on in Syria in recent days, just random stuff. And I was just looking at it, thinking about it. I'm like, almost every single topic I was thinking about, like, no. I was going through it, and I'm like, there's not really a cheery topic to talk about that I can give my own opinion on. That is not like a drab concept. It's a different concept altogether because some of them are really dark. So I chose to pick the best one out of all of them, and hope you guys will experience this with me because it's about a fellow YouTuber. Now, before we even get started, we gotta understand YouTubers are people too. We go through strides, motions, all that kind of stuff, and sometimes most of us get hit harder than others. With that being said, I was looking to prepare my Jaiden Animations remix, and I was looking to get the audio from her latest video. And I saw that she had recently put a video out labeled "The Reason Why I Don't Have a Face Reveal," or I think something along those lines. Now, in this video, she goes and explains her situation and what she was going through, and I couldn't help but feel compassionate and empathetic towards her situation. Partially because I went through something similar, and secondly because it's something that most of us don't even think about having to deal with. So just for records, she's okay. Obviously she's still working on something, but this is something that helps everybody. She went through a time of anxiety or like some kind of depression where she was basically attacking her own physical body to mend facts, to be happy with herself. And yes, while I'm not an expert, I've always have been somebody people go and talk to, and I find that to be a blessing and sometimes a curse. But at the same time, there's something to be said that if you do have these problems, go seek help, or at least seek somebody who is willing to listen to you, not listen to you then give feedback and then tell them their life experience. No, just listen. You don't want somebody just talking at you. You want somebody talking with you, or to have a conversation with you. You don't want somebody that's just going to be there talking at you over and over again and telling you how they dealt with certain situations. No, you need, because every situation is unique. Take Jaiden. Her situation was she felt like she had a mask on all the time to appease fans and appease people on the internet, doing what she was doing. Now, well, not a lot of people can relate with that. I can. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I wear a mask. So yeah, my experience is a little bit different than most, but I'm not saying that that's something that is going to dissuade me from making her argument less valid or nothing. Everyone deals with this in their own way. Everyone gets hit a different way with this, whatever it is. It could be anxiety, depression, stress-bound depression. It can be eating depression. You get all these different types of stages and all these different types of things that you try to appease yourself thinking that it's helping you, it's working, it's doing something. But in her case, she felt like she was in a hole, going down and down and down, not coming back up for air or nothing. This is very troubling. One, because as an animator, I believe that's one of the reasons she's feeling this way, or at least as far as I know, being alone does not help you in any way, shape, or form. Think about it this way. When you are in jail, the worst thing they can do to you is leave you alone. So I would assume that having some kind of personal connection, or even somebody saying hi to you, is grounds enough for you to feel quote unquote okay. Now, a few weeks back, about a month or two back, PewDiePie put out a video of how being plastically happy, like being happy all the time, just be happy, is not good. It's not good. And there are times where you can be happy, and there's times where you can be sad, but there's times where you just feel fine. And feeling fine does not mean you're depressed. Feeling fine does not mean you are just feeling the worst. No, it just means that and right now in life, you are in a neutral state of being. That's what fine means. But there's people who take that as you're depressed, or you're feeling sorry for yourself. You're gonna get attacked by some kind of eating disorder, or whatever. No, that's not the case. There are people that have that, and that's what Jaiden went through. And Jaiden went through those stages and went through those things because, like, I would assume she had no help. She had no possible connection to try to get her help. So in the turn, she just started messing herself up. Now, it is hard to see somebody you know go through something like this. It's also hard to see somebody you don't know go through this because you have no control over it. Now, I'm assuming that none of us knew this besides maybe her close friends. So, there's always a chance that she could have gone one ginormously this horrible way and we would have never ever seen her again. But for whatever reason it was, her just determination, willpower, whatever have you, some kind of gesture, some good friend, her mother, whatever have you, something inside of her clicked, and she decided, no, this is not gonna define me. This is gonna put me forward, and this is gonna be the thing that's gonna get me out of here. And of course, it's gonna be a long recovery process. I myself went through something similar, of course, a little bit earlier in life, but I can say for a certain that it's not something that you can just yank yourself out of. No. It's nothing even close to that. It's a multi-step process with maybe years of getting out of it. Because it's lifestyle choices you have to make sure that you don't feel the same way ever again. Now, of course, these things do go away and the feelings do come back. But when you do certain steps, you do things so they don't come back and hit you as hard. And I can tell you for a certain that people are probably going to be asking, what happened to you, Kick? Well, I don't feel like going into that right now because that's going to dissuade people from the argument that Jaiden's making, and I feel like people should watch that video before even starting to care about me. But here's the thing. If I went through something that hard and now feel fine, I can only imagine how she feels just getting out of it because she's willing to admit that there is a problem. In any road to recovery, admitting you have a problem is the first step. Whether it be you having some kind of addiction, whether you have some kind of problem with a relationship, whether you have some problem with a car, whether you stubbed your toe or not, admitting you have a problem is the first step. So she did that. She took the first step. I believe this is her way of trying to recover. Now, the first thing we can do is try to lend her love and support. Any type. Fan art, like what I'm doing, remix. I'm going to try to gear it towards some kind of, empathy sounding stuff. Hopefully my feelings can emote. Hopefully they can emote. But really what we have to do is be supportive, be there, and not take for granted the steps that we have in our personal lives to basically take her as an example. What in life can I do to prevent that from happening? And not saying that it's not going to happen, but when it does, just make sure that we're ready. Just that way it doesn't hit us as hard, or if it does hit us as hard, make sure we know possible steps maybe to get out of it. Now in finalizing, I'm gonna go ahead and speak to Jaiden directly if she's even watching this, even if she doesn't want to watch this. I want to make sure I get this out there. Jaiden, I just want to let you know that I'm pretty sure you have a large fan base, and most of us will 100% be there with you thick and thin. But me letting you know that I've been through something very similar and very, very hectic to the point where I can call myself justifiably crazy is something that I can take with pride now. But it's something that I dealt with alone, pretty much like you did. So I can tell you for a certain that if you are on your road to recovery, just letting you know, you obviously have people that are by your side. Don't feel like you can't talk to your audience or friends or close family members. Everyone that you have will be on your side one way or another. In any case, you make good content, and I do wish the best for you and hope that you can get out of whatever the rut you are in right now and whatever mental state you find yourself in. The road to recovery will be long. If, like I said, it could take months, it could take years. But if there's anything any of us could possibly try to do, I would assume it would be supporting you and just making sure that we're here whenever you have some kind of venting situation, just, if either you want to do it with your family members or you can do it to somebody who you don't even know, like some random Reddit follower or whatever. You are glad, just know for a fact that you can do that without anybody judging you, and you'll be fine. Now, to the general audience, I'm not going to even advertise myself. I'm not even going to put my ending card on this. If you guys support, love, and do everything, this is exactly why I say the things that I do say at the ending of my stuff. Like I said, if you guys like this discussion, go ahead, love me, and I'll love you back. Because I will see you guys next time.